I believe that the reason why central banks own gold is to stay in power, because whoever holds the gold holds their purchasing power, and therefore in this transition will remain in power and fiscally influential. And that's exactly the same reason why everybody needs to own gold. Because and become their own central bank. I mean, I'm definitely my own central bank, because I want to remain free. I want to remain in control of my life. And if everything that you hold is inside of a system that's easily monitored and easily stolen from you, even right in front of your face. I mean, when the stock market, if you own a whole bunch of stocks and the stock market drops, so too bad, so sad. What are you going to do about it, right? But when you look at what the Bank for International Settlements, in their report that they did, it was either 2019 or 2020. I can't remember which right off the top of my head, but they looked at gold's role inside of the foreign exchange and currency markets. And I don't remember all the conclusions off the top of my head, but there were a few that I really liked a lot. And one was that gold is the only financial asset, these are their words, the only financial asset that runs no counterparty risk. And another one of my very good favorites is that gold held at home runs no political risk.
Yes.
They also state that it has been empirically proven to protect against inflation and be the best hedge in a crisis. That's their conclusion, the Bank for International Settlements. So that's why central banks hold it, and that's why everybody needs to be holding it. Wherever you are in the world can be converted into any other currency.
Yes.
And I think that that's, when you're talking about becoming your own central bank and protecting yourself and your family, and I mean, so much of what I do is about my grandchildren, because, I mean, I'm probably going to be around another, 35 years or something like that. But, my grandchildren are, they're just starting. They haven't even really started to live yet.
Yes.
And if we allow the powers that be, then what we have is the World Economic Forum. You own nothing and you will be happy. Well, you may own nothing, but I'm pretty sure, ask people that own nothing right now, and I'm pretty sure they're not real happy. And that's the piece. It is portable wealth. So you can put it on your person, and no matter where you go. Now, there are different kinds of gold, too. Both gold and silver have the broadest base of functionality because both of them are used in manufacturing, in electronics, in the financial system, in jewelry, in food, in art, right? In medicine. There is a use that they have never figured out how to duplicate the attributes of gold and of silver in any lab. So they can't duplicate what this does. Whereas when you're looking at fiat money or financial instruments, stocks or bonds or any of that, it's used in one area. It's got a limited base of buyer. So what do you want in insurance? Do you want something that has the broadest base of buyer in all of those areas? Or do you want just in one area? I really, the key is everybody has to have a plan going into this. And that I see so many people still procrastinating. And if they are stop procrastinating. You need gold and silver, but you also need food, water, energy, security, barterability, which certainly can be gold and silver, but can also be anything physical or any talents that you possess. And you need community, which we've got a big global community. That's why I'm here today, and it's great that we can do this because we really need to come together to help each other. And no matter what is happening in the world, you need all of those things to have a reasonable standard of living. So you need to get it done. I mean, I don't think I'm alone in saying I don't like what I'm seeing happening out there and how much our freedoms and rights are being constricted and changed and power overreach and all of this. And it scares the Hades out of me. So, a big part of what we do is planning so that you have a plan, because without a plan, you're planning to fail.
Yes.
You need to be aware of what's going on so that you can make educated choices that put your best interest first. Every time a central banker prints new money, the money that's already out in circulation loses a lot of value. So even when you're looking at those returns, since that's gauged by the spot market, which is a contract on gold and a contract on silver, easily created, easily manipulated, the reality is those spot markets do not reflect the true fundamental value of an ounce of gold or an ounce of silver. If it was in a true supply-demand market with central bankers accumulating gold, especially, actually, I could be off on this because obviously I don't have the graph in front of me, but central bankers stopped selling and leasing gold in I think it was 2006. So before the great financial crisis, there was already a shift in central bank sentiment and buying and they don't buy the contracts, they buy the physical metals. So, if we were in a truly free market, then you would likely see gold somewhere in the vicinity of 50,000 an ounce and silver somewhere in the vicinity of 600 or so an ounce. And so I could tell you this, I am not converting my gold. And I bought, I remember buying silver at $4.38 for one of these little peace dollars, right? Now I think I don't really work in that area anymore. I keep buying, but I don't really pay attention to the fiat price because I don't care. This is my insurance and I know it's severely undervalued. So even if I'm spending, $35 on that now, or even 55, it's still severely undervalued.